I really appreciated that you spoke about money and making sure that people get paid. I think especially for young musicians or anyone starting out, that their approach to do things for free or for very little money.
All the time.
And I was just wondering if you had thoughts about how to handle that or how to make sure that you're getting paid. And
when somebody's younger or just in general?
In general. I mean, it seems like in any walk of or any portion of your career.
Well, I can tell you as a senior that so many people and other seniors say, we do it now just because we love it. And that's not really true. It's insulting to every age when they say, well, you love to play, so how about doing this for $100?
Correct. It's also, many people outside of our fields don't realize is the hours and hours of work that we put in before performance. I mean, they think it's just, oh, well, you're just playing for a couple of hours, and my goodness, what a couple of hours means is thousands of hours. And so I think it's important that people are realistic about finances. I think if you can learn to speak openly about them right away and say, what is your budget? It shows respect to the person who's asking you. I think it's important because sometimes people will talk to somebody who might be an institution, but it might be a wealthy individual, and they'll think a younger person might not realize everyone's got a budget. Even Bill Gates has a budget. Mm-hmm. And so that as the performer, if it's not being organized through a manager, and even with managers, I think it's important that the tone is conveyed, that you're respectful of other people's budgets. You know, you don't want to go and ask somebody for something that they couldn't possibly meet. But at the same time, it's important to convey that I have needs, my work deserves remuneration. And I think the more honest and direct and clear you are about it, the better. And then everybody's expectations can be met in a respectful way. But I've been on both sides of it, and I remember that when I first came very quickly to pay some musicians for an event, I remember the look in their eye of such appreciation. I never forgot that first time, because the checks, they didn't, I'll mail you the checks, or we'll settle this out next week. No, it was like right there, here. And I realized, that must not happen often, because they were like, oh, thank you. And I know what it's felt like to wait or to be paid right away. And so I think that's brought a certain attitude about how to deal with, same thing with composers. Sometimes somebody will say, could you give me something a little early, or could we have half? Now, there's always half up front on a commission, but even before something is over, they may have an expense. If you can do it, why not? Mm-hmm. And it's a gesture that says these are people, with the most valuable people in our society to me, that are creating something and trying against all odds to do something so fragile and so beautiful. And so if you can do something, you try to do it.